Joe Holbrook here, the Cloud Tech Guy. Welcome to the video and welcome to Hell on Earth, called the IT job market here in late 2025. Whether you're new to IT or you've been in IT for decades, it's a bastard of a market for most of us. There's no question. And so you want to jump into IT right now. Let's say you got that fancy $30,000 a year college degree and you want to become an IT professional. Good for you. You may want to have another stogie or two because the reality is that your chances are slim to none right now. However, I'm here to help you. I'm actually here in a positive manner to try to enable you to become that IT professional. I'm Joe Holbrook. I've been in IT for over 30 years, and I can tell you I've seen everything from startups to large government integrators to working on Unix to developing Python to even deploying cloud services and teaching cloud services and data storage. I've sold hundreds of millions of dollars in IT services and equipment. So I'm going to walk through what you need to deal with right now. As an experienced professional, I am shocked. This makes 2025 look like hell on earth compared to the dot-com days or the financially engineered crisis in 2008. Let's look at the top 7 tips that you need to dive into right now to have any potential of getting employed in 2025 or even 2026. So you've learned to code, you've gotten cloud certified, you have your certifications from AWS and Google, Azure. Maybe you have some Linux Foundation certifications like the CKAD. Good for you. Now, you have to realize though that you need also experience and you need proven, documented success. I can assure you, whether you're going to become a cloud architect or you want to become a software engineer, the days of just having certs and just having some experience is long over. The reality is that there's definitely some skills that employers are looking for. So what I like to do is talk about a few of them and get into those tips. First of all, you need to make sure you know areas such as CI and CD, Terraform, and all of those cool acronyms like Argo, GitHub, you name it. That's a big deal right now, no question about it. You have to think like a consultant. The biggest mistake that tech professionals who are aspiring, that is, make is that you're getting stuck on what instead of missing the why. In other words, the company doesn't care that you can write code. It cares that you can solve a business problem. So my advice is, instead of saying, I built a Python script and automated 18 points of data entry and data sources and made them, do these great things, they don't care. You have to think like a consultant and say, I developed an automation solution that cut manual data time by 90%. You have to throw in the numbers and time frames now. It's really about providing value. You save 20 hours a week as well, right? So good for you. So just be aware that we don't want to think of tasks. We need to think of value. That's really tip number 1. Tip number 2. Your network is your net worth. Okay, so we've probably heard this saying 100 times in life, and to some degree it is true, but in some other degrees it's probably not as true as, these inspirational speakers like to make it. But in reality is that some of the best jobs are definitely going to be filled through referrals. So if you are well connected on LinkedIn and you have some personality to you, chances are you'll get some connections that'll want to talk to you about what you can possibly do to help them or their clients. Now also too, try to join the communities that you are focused on. On LinkedIn, for example, I manage several groups. One is the Google Cloud Certified Professionals group. I have over 9,000 members, I believe 8 or 9,000 at the time of doing this video. I also manage the 3 Power Pros and 2 others that I remember. But anyways, in a nutshell, join these groups. Let people know you're looking for work. Look at the jobs that are posted in these groups as well.
Welcome to the Cloud Interview Ace program from Tech Commanders. The best way to succeed at cloud computing interviews, period. Cloud Interview Ace is a hybrid online training and coaching program with a professional community mentored by industry veteran Joseph Holbrook, the Cloud Tech Guy.
When it comes to the third tip, document. All right, so documentation is more than just putting together a README file. It's really about understanding the workflow and how you can collaborate and also provide value with that specific documentation. So for example, when you create a project in your GitHub portfolio or whatever you use in GitLab, put together some information about how the project has provided value and how this project can possibly provide value to these potential employers or customers. You could also bring this up during an interview. That would also be very helpful. If you're getting value out of this video, do me a quick favor and hit that subscribe button, and also let me know if there's any questions, if you have any comments as well. If you're running into different things in the job market that you'd like to let other people know about, put it in the comments. That would be so helpful. All right, tip number 4 is to master the interview. Don't just cram the technical exams or don't drop the ball on these behavior questions. It is so important that you understand soft skills, but also you understand what's called the STAR method. This is our situation, task, action, and result, and it helps you really prepare some stories that you can adapt to different questions. So if you have an employer that asks you to describe a time where you had a problem with the customer and how you handled it, and how did the customer take it, and all these kinds of questions you run into, apply the STAR method. First, set the situation, and then define the task. What was the specific actions and tasks that you performed to help the customer? And what was the end result? Was the customer happy? Did you provide a better time to market because you deployed this cool goal-laying program that solved the world's problems? Whatever it is. So one of the things you should do as well is prepare in your head some of these questions. Now, as a bonus to anyone that is listening to this video, I have some free courses that you could join right now on digitalcrestinstitute.com. We have a soft skills course and also an interview preparation course that is focused on cloud computing that you can join for free. Number 5 is to act like a project manager. Now, one of the favorite things I run into on these job descriptions is you have to be a team player. You have to be a rock star. Yes, a rock star. How freaking ridiculous does that sound, right? What's that have to do with IT? But when you hear rock star, they really want you to be the project manager, the developer, the cloud architect, the guy that, takes out the freaking garbage, whatever, that's what they want. So you have to really think as a project manager, think about everything that needs to be done and when it has to be done as well. That's your project manager. You have to take ownership, be the driver of the project. One of the things too that I've learned over time is you need to have that big picture view as well. That's really important as a project manager. And if you could show that, that really does provide value to some companies. number 6, embrace the just-in-time learning. All right, let me give you a tip here. Anytime you see the need for adaptability or just-in-time on a job description, what does that mean? That means it's your responsibility to figure things out. Employers don't typically expect you to know everything, but they expect you to know how to figure everything out if you need to. That's the reality of the job market here in 2025. And going into 2026, I think it's going to get worse. And I'll explain why here in another video. All right, so the reality is that you have to prove you are adaptable and you're not scared of challenges. That is, of course, tip number 6. Tip number 7 is so important to where you have to build your own personal brand. Now, be aware that you may have your own personal brand now. You may need to market it better. But in reality, you want to stick out compared to someone else. So, for example, you're not just Joe, the AI cloud tech guy. You're not just Sanjay, the Golang problem solver. Or you're not Armand, the AWS certified cloud guru with 8 certifications, right? You are the problem solver and you have your own brand. So having your own online presence is so important. So your profile should have this clearly defined. And also too, put in your GitHub as well. Which of these tips hit home for you? Please let me know. Drop a comment below. If you have experience that other people should need to read, please definitely put it in the comments as well. And I'm excited to see you in the next video.